Devils. J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. Started from the goddamn top. First Pinsky we got. It came in yesterday, but didn't get to it, goddamn it. Jason Bashant. Pain question. Hey, Rob, Jason Bashant. Jason S. Bashant. Need to put that goddamn S in there. Asking if you've ever had a beard or a goatee, etc. Nope. And no plans to have one. And if you'd cultivate one for the Devils. I ain't growing no beard from fucking a bunch of men, brah. What the fuck? I don't know about you, dude. You going that way? Shit. I mean, there's probably like 5 ladies in total that watch this goddamn channel. You want me to grow? You want me to change my goddamn my looks and how I do things just for a bunch of dudes? Dog, don't go that way, homie. Nothing more manly and rough and tough as long as it's properly maintained. Oh, bro, this guy sounded kind of goddamn non-hetero to me. Instantly ups your medalist quoting 66.6% on average. Thing that fucking ups your goddamn medal, goddamn whatever the hell you want to call it, points or Cavalt points or goddamn sword and shield is collection size. As far as CDs, LPs, cassettes, that's numero uno, dude. I'm telling you right now. And as long as you actually do listen to this shit and you know it, and that's part 2 slash how much can you identify the goddamn tunes? I'm not going to sit there and say that everything I own, I can walk in on the room and identify it. And if you can, then you probably only own 100 fucking pieces. There's a lot of shit I haven't, listened to in a long time that I own. Trying to think, like, what's something if I walked in on? What's something I own that if I walked in on, I may not know what it is? Maybe like a later album by like Necrophobic, like Blood Hymns or Third Antichrist. It's been a while since I listened to them. Gotta say though, I've been jamming the shit out of fucking the album The Dark Side, the album Dark Side the past week a lot. Probably listened to about another 4 times. It's been a while since I spun that one. And I always said Nocturnal Silence is my favorite one, but I don't know. I might like this one the fucking best. Nocturnal Silence is gonna be next to fucking jam the shit out of that one. That's the one I listen to the most. I remember the demos being kind of boring, which is ironic because usually demos are best, goddammit, generally speaking. But I own the demo disc, the Satanic Blessing. That's another one. Would I be able to recognize it if I walked in on it? Probably not. I'd be like, yeah, it sounds familiar, but probably not. But when I'm talking bands like, Hemorrhage, Carcass, Deicide, Mortician, Cannibals, Suffocation, any of the Incantation albums that I like, Centurion, Chrysian, you bet your fucking ass if I walk in on that, I'm gonna know it's 100%. Know which album? I mean, might stumble across in some of the albums, especially maybe some of the TISHs or something if I didn't hear the intro, but even most of those I'd be able to identify, even without. But I mean, yeah, you might stump me on something here or there. But collection size, that tells me you're living the lifestyle. Again, you're not a fucking poser if you just listen to shit digitally. You're not in this age, and that's a little ignorant to say, I will admit. If you come out to the shows, you do thoroughly enjoy the music, and you wear the shirts. No, I don't consider that a poser anymore. If you asked me 10 years ago, I would have said so, but my stance has changed. It's the way of the times. If a person from the year 2018 just got into this, a kid, that's his generation. He doesn't know, like, CDs, what? My dad carried those. But I will say this, is you definitely don't have the full goddamn metal spirit. Because a lot of it is you are like what I get along with generally, or I'm going to have a conversation with about. Like I said, I don't generally talk about music too much with people in conversations. Most of that shows or something that people coming up to me talk about. But the ones I'm going to have the most conversation with is other collectors, not just so they like music, because you usually talk about, which vinyl do you have of it, like which pressing, like that type of shit. That's why, just in general, like they're more interesting people if somebody that they are collectors. Let's say they're comic book collectors, but they don't listen to metal. Right out the gate, I am going to jive with that person. He collects comic books. Like, say he's a 40-year-old guy, he collects Spider-Man comics. I am going to have more in common and jive with that guy better than I am than the guy that just watches the football game and drinks Budweiser. The guy that's excited about his sports. Gonna have way more in common with that guy. Way more. Almost 100% of the goddamn time. So just being a collector. And I don't know, dude, if you're a true goddamn metalist, why wouldn't you want it? It's kind of like, again, I would understand funds are tight, or maybe you're just like, just because I want to listen to it, and I listen to everything on my phone. Okay, I get that, but why wouldn't you want, like, just almost like as the trophy, or again, like collecting comic books or cards of your favorite bands? I'm getting not everything, but if it's like your top 10 favorite bands, like, you don't want a physical thing of it, like, especially when it goes out of print, like, I don't know, a picture disc, a vinyl, something like something. You don't want nothing. You just want it all digitally out there. It just seems lame and just very unpassionate about it. Like, just very lackadaisical. Like, yeah, I kind of like this shit. So, I mean, fucking beard and shit. What the hell are you talking about, homeboy? So you can look the part and leave those, what does this say? Cumbersome battle axes at home. I don't got no battle axes either, bro. So they're not at home. They're not here, goddammit. And dog looks plenty the goddamn parts. Pussy should be clean. Pussy should be clean shaven, not faces, broski. Thanks for the content. I'm looking forward to receiving that new Deceased CD and T-shirt, Devil. Yeah, me too. Watch out for that goddamn new Deceased album, Children of the Morgue. CD tapes actually literally just arrived today, so those pre-orders will ship today. CDs are supposed to be out end of the month. Heard Eazy-E dropped the goddamn ball on that one again, so those will be nice and fucking late, I'm sure. Granted, we're still hoping for that on time. I think Kingy needed them for the show, so Kingy's pissed. That's on him, dude. Not the dog's department. And then the vinyl, why it's not out at the same goddamn time, blows the dog's mind. Again, not the dog's department. Yeah, people are wondering. I'll just say it on fucking goddamn camera. Dog's wondering why this isn't done on time. It's out there in the goddamn world. When we're doing a release, 99% of the time, for example, Deceased we are, CD, LP, cassette, and T-shirt we're doing, right? We have the shirts now. Cassettes just arrived. CDs end of the month. LPs. When the fuck's that gonna be? Who knows, bro? Here's what the dog says. CD, cassette, LP, T-shirt, exact same day, release date. That's how you do it. Why isn't it like that, dog? Who knows? Who knows? If the dog was in charge of that, you bet your ass it'd be done like that. But I can't do everything around here, goddammit. So just putting it out there. If you're thinking it, trust me, dog's been thinking it for years. Simon Lidstead. Paid question. Greetings, Horrible Ski. Sorry about that last paid ski. Paid ski's paid ski, bro. You can say whatever the fuck you want. So you don't need to apologize for shit. I did see the interview with Exhumed where you talked about a potential interview with the Cavalier brothers. Yeah, they ducked the dog. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's on them, dude. I guess I was too bedazzled by Ross Sewage's, shall we say, fabulous aura. Ross Sewage is one of the top 10 coolest guys in the entire metal goddamn scene. What are you talking about, bro? I don't know what you getting at. Now enough chit chat. I have pressing reports from the doghouse relay. Oh yeah, let's hear about it. Goddamn it, let's get in there, hang in there, and try not to fumble the eloquent words too much. You know I'm good at doing that, so do my best. I want to give a shout out to the current Dum Dum of the Month, Hector Cross-Eyed. Never heard of him. This doofus individual is truly in a league of his own when it comes to pseudo-intellectual babbling. In his lengthy word salad ramblings and diatribes, asinine statements can on occasion be extracted, which includes, but are not limited to. Butchered at Birth is the first true death metal album. Oh, was this the guy in the comments? I did see that. He's like, Butchered at Birth is the first death metal album. Oh, we'll get that in a goddamn minute. Another goddamn 17-year-old fucking virgin living in mama's fucking basement that got into this back in 2022 when he heard it. That's what that screams to me, brah. Back in 2022 in April, bro. Yeah, I heard that Butchered at Birth. I was doing my research. Listen to it on the tube. Get lost, canoe. Keep on that mouth shut, bitch boy. That's like coming into the goddamn faaaatball game and telling them what the rules are, but you just started playing high school football last week. Shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you shit. Too many people with a goddamn opinion that are allowed to be voiced, just like Baxter said. But I've always been thinking that. I've used that line. I don't know if I ever used that camera. Way too many mofos that got no shit and ass business even have an opinion to be voiced. Keep it to yourself, homie. You don't know dick. True death metal album and thrash metal has always sucked. Oh, dude, it's definitely goddamn teenage virgin listening to Living in Mama's Basement. No doubt about it. Heard metal in 2018 at the latest. And by newer thrash, I meant Tomb Mold. Thrash. At least I don't know about the last record, but not the demo and the first two. I heard those. Yeah, those guys look like the biggest fucking pushover, like Glenn Benton says, weezer looking motherfuckers I've ever seen. I mean, Elcat could kick those guys' ass. Screech Powers, fucking Steve Urkel, all in goddamn one. Do these dudes even listen to death metal? They definitely have that all going for them, but the shit is 90s style death metal. I'll give credit where credit is due. Last but not least, he also famously stated "Show No Mercy" was a pretty decent classic rock album. Oh, he's a fucking fuck. He's just fucking with us now. The first actual heavy metal album was Seven Churches. Okay, yeah, he's an idiot. He's clearly just talking shit just to get a rise. There's no way he actually thinks that. Or he is literally 17, possibly younger. But I will say this. Calling Butchered at Birth the first death metal album, highly disagree with it. However, I can slightly see the argument. Slightly. Depends. What came out first? Was it Suffocation Human Waste? Because let's cut the shit, too. I mean, they call that an EP. It's a full length, goddammit. If Rain and Blood is allowed to be called a goddamn full length, then Human Waste is a goddamn full length. And I'm sorry to tell you, sorry to piss all over your fucking parade. Every real UG goddamn metalist knows Human Waste is the best Suffocation release by a very large margin. Yes, it is better than Effigy of the Forgotten. Don't get me wrong. Effigy of the Forgotten slays for days. It's a 10 out of 10. But Human Waste is 666 fucking smash canoe ass goddamn skulls out of 10. Dude, the rawness, the catchiness, Frank's voice sounds goddamn best. And why in the fuck do you think they pretty much redid each song on every album? On almost every, with the exception of Human Waste, I think that was the only one they didn't redo. But Breeding the Spawn, don't they toss one on there? They'll do songs sprinkled in there because they're all fucking great. So, having said that, what year was Human Waste? Because it wasn't that 91 as well. No, you don't know, dog. I don't know off the top of my head. No, I wasn't there in 91 picking them up. I was 6 years old in 91. I don't sit there and make shit up and make up years like some guys have been going to shows since this. It's like, all right, you're my age, but whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that. I met them. So I don't fucking pull that shit. I tell you when I started going, 98. So no, was I there to pick up Suffocation? Oh, it came out in March 91. Butchered at Birth was fucking goddamn December of 91, whatever the fuck it was. No, I just know they're both goddamn. Yeah. Because if Human Waste came out first, then there's no argument with Butchered at Birth. What I'm getting as a slight argument is because what people consider death metal, what they think of it, I'm talking about even people that don't know the genre, but they somewhat know what you're talking about. Like, oh yeah, like they heard something. They know it's low growling vocals at the very fucking least. Well, I'm even eating back to life. You could argue it's a little bit more barking. Ultras of Madness, it sounds sick. You can argue it's a little bit more proto black metal. I've heard that argument. Because with the vocals. And there's nothing really growling album-wise. Keep that in mind, because the Camley and shit was growling. And in 86, and then Carnage Dark Recollections, Entombed, I mean, those are growls. But they're not like, not what people think. They're just still distinguishable. They're a little bit more distinguishable. I think people tell you, you can't even understand what you're saying. Ever hear that line? That's what I heard every fucking time growing up. Whether it been from my goddamn parents, my dumbass fucking cousins I didn't want to talk to, Annie's unkies I didn't want nowhere to be around, or his goddamn other fucking canoes at the goddamn school. That's what they would say, dude, if you played it for. I remember specifically playing shit. I'm pumped. I'm fucking excited as fuck. You know, teenage kid, literally in middle school, and playing Cannibal for shit, Incantation. I mean, I remember specifically doing this on my CD Walkman stuff. And oh, dude, I can't even understand what the guy's saying. Remember one kid, he was into wrestling and kind of got along with him. His name was Scott. Don't remember his last name. He was nice, though, got along. He's like, it sounds cool. He's like, but dude, what the fuck? He's like, I literally can't understand what he's saying. That's what they would say, dude. So I don't know what the normies say now, goddamn Dave. I'll go back in the goddamn good old days. Fuck 2024 society. It sucks a dick anyways. Times are way better back in the goddamn day. That's what I know. As far as what they fucking think today, fuck knows, dude. I don't talk to any of these goddamn idiots. I'm as far away from me as humanly possible most of the goddamn time. So I can't vouch for that. But so going by that, what a normie would think, Butchered at Birth, this is death metal. For sure. Where Seven Churches Scream Bloody Gore. They may call it something else. Again, I don't know how you'd mistaken Carnage, but again, I'm stretching here. And what I'm getting at with him, where I can slightly see where he's coming from. It's not the first death metal album. You can argue it's the first brutal death metal album. Either the Suffocation, Human Waste, or Butcher at Birth. Those are two where they're brutal as fuck, where there's no question, a normie, anybody like this is death metal. That will waste on what their perceived notion of it. I can't think of what is something earlier. Maybe I'm forgetting of an album because he's saying studio album. I cannot think of one that's related. I could be forgetting one. Didn't get the years. I'm trying to think like what year is because this is an Onward to Golgotha '92. Okay, no, I don't have exact. I might be off a year or so for some shit, but I'm pretty goddamn good. Um, Malevolent Creation, yeah, you can argue that that's a death thrash record. Again, I just consider it a straight up death metal record. I consider it a first generation death metal record, even though the first album came out '91 as well. But it's more thrashy death metal. And then the second one, they down tuned a little bit more. Brett's vocals were a little lower, but it's a death metal band. It's first generation death metal, and then they started spilling into more of a second generation death metal, kind of meeting the times. People think a riff is a little thrashy here. I was like, dude, you can find literally goddamn shit that's brutal as fuck, considered straight up brutal death metal. There's a riff here or there, it's kind of thrashy. Then they intentionally did it. I mean, you can't do so. What man now is thrash? Get the fuck out of here, dude. You look stupid as fuck. I mean, hell, listen to the all goddamn mighty Hem. You can literally hear in parts that there's a punk influence. You can tell these guys like some punk. Is Hemorrhage now a grind punk band? No, dude. But it's some of the beat, you can tell this is more of a and honestly, that's what gives it a lot of more spice and flavor. Why I think it's the goddamn greatest gore grind band of all time. For example, let's cut the fucking shit. Discord from Mexico. That is some nasty, disgusting goddamn gore grind. Dog knows it more than you do. Dog owns more than you do. So shut the fuck up. Tape on that fucking mouth shut. But that shit kind of blurs together. I just re-listened to Necro Holocaust the other goddamn day. Great fucking album. I think that's the last one and Timo on vocals, right? Because this is the next one. Gore Bless the Worms. That's the first one without him. Dog on CDLP on both, goddammits. In case you happen to goddamn give a fuck. Well, let's call it this. When I put the Necro Holocaust on, granted, Discourse of Mexico, if you were playing that, I would know that because they have that sound and Timo's voice. I walk in it, but I'm not identifying songs. I'm not like, oh, there's that beat there. You know what I mean? The Hem, you could do that for. You're like, oh, this is fucking goddamn Decomposers. Oh shit, this is goddamn fucking what I'm drawing like Midnight Mortician. This is fucking a Catalytic Rapture. This is goddamn Surgery for the Dead. Like you can name songs, walk in on them. They're memorable. So I think it's because that you got a punk beat here, a little bit of a thrash beat here, but it's on a gore grind style of a tuning and the vocals and everything like that. But the stuff like I said, the scores, it's not as entertaining. It is a little monotonous. Hence, does that band need another album? No. And especially if they don't have the original lineup. For example, I will say this though. I would love to see live as them almost got to in the year 2000, 2001. They're supposed to play Baxter's Ohio Death Fest, but they couldn't get in the country. And I was bummed. It was a year at Zoom played because I remember Harvey said too. He said, God damn, I was looking forward to watching those guys. But if the Scourge play now, if they came to Cleveland, would I go see them? Yeah. But if they're to play Dead by Dog Part 2, that's not an option right now. I mean, I would be up for it. But it'd only be under these circumstances. Like, dude, I want the original lineup. It's got to be at least Edgar on guitar, and it's got to be at least a Timo on bass and vocals. Outside that, dude, I don't need Edgar and the fucking cover boys. I don't care. You know what I mean? I want that sick ass look. I want the goddamn Edgar with those spikes and goddamn and Timo on there covered in blood with those spikes and nails based on goddamn videos and photos I saw. I want that, goddamn it. I don't want some goddamn burnout fucking geezers coming back for doing a goddamn karaoke to Scourge. You get what I'm fucking saying? As far as Gorgon, but this guy, I'm pretty sure he's just fucking with you, dude, because he has a little bit more to say. Even the notorious Poser Hall seemed to have met his match. Truly, he was outgunned with the sheer amount of hogwash being spewed, and had to retire the bullwhip for a moment. The out of the loop man of war enthusiast later went on to state Hecate cross-eyed comments whenever his mom doesn't administer his BPD. In an interview with Butt Banger TV, Blaine had even baked some pink frosted muffins for the event, which I have been told alibi from a untrusty source, which were quite scrumptious. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck any of that shit's about, blah, blah, but I'm pretty sure the guy's just fucking with you. He's not. He's definitely under the age of goddamn 20 years old. He's one of those special guys. He's just got a few things off. No, he's good too. Only career he's available for is goddamn pushing the carts at fucking Giant Eagle or Walmart. About all he's good for. Got in this shit again, 2018 at the goddamn earliest, more like 2020, COVID up, which is Jesus fuck, dude, last week, completely irrelevant. Um, Heard it on the tube, and that's about it. And again, I couldn't give two fucks with somebody with any of that criteria I just mentioned thinks about any of this shit. So, opinion irrelevant. Who gives a fuck what he says? Pretty sure he's just fucking with you. Comes with deals with you. But I'm asking this in the morning. Later, goddamn it.